how the storm has been impacting parts of the South. Lana Zach joins us from Charleston, South Carolina.
Millions of Americans are bracing for impact today as Tropical Storm Hermine roars inland.
Here it comes.
Early this morning, Hermine made landfall as a hurricane in Florida, the first in more than a decade.
You gotta move it. Oh!
It ripped through houses along the Panhandle.
About time to get to higher ground.
And while some embrace the rivers in their roadways, for others, it is a disaster. Entire towns underwater. Hermine now continues its path of fury up the eastern coast as a tropical storm. Georgia's governor declaring a state of emergency, 45,000 Georgians already without power. Here in the Carolinas, they are readying for impact.
We also have 96 other Swiftwater Rescue Team technicians, along with 27 boats on alert if needed.
The risk of flooding and tornadoes derailing Labor Day plans for millions from Florida all the way to New Jersey.
And we're just now starting to feel those first drops of rain. And as you can see from the boats behind me, the waters here are still fairly calm, but we're going to be watching for that storm surge, which we're told can bring those waters all the way up here to the hotel. Reporting from Charleston, South Carolina, Lana Zach, ABC News.
I've got the timing, the wind speeds, and when we'll get the rain and who will get the rain coming up in my full forecast in just a little bit. Jumi.
All right, Eileen, thank you so much. We appreciate the update, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Back here in our area, a lot of people heading to the beach for the holiday weekend. We want to take you live right now to Ocean City. You can see people out there on the boardwalk and on the sand. It's all calm and peaceful, but as Eileen said, that could be a different story in the next 24 to 48 hours. Our John Gonzalez is in Ocean City with the story.
Well, Tropical Storm Hermine could put a damper on some things this weekend here in Ocean City. It's been windy here today. We got some rain last night, but it is a gorgeous afternoon here in Ocean City. We have Park Storm Track 7 right here on the boardwalk, which is actually pretty light, considering it is Friday of Labor Day weekend. But that's probably because folks are concerned with what could be a messy weekend. All eyes on that forecast cone as you see the ocean there. Many wondering what direction, what path this thing will take. Ocean City expecting roughly around 280,000 visitors this holiday weekend. It is the last hurrah, the unofficial end of summer. Flooding always a concern, the heavy surge and strong winds. Well, we talked to some folks who have been working on a plan B.
It's probably going to flood. It usually does. They may evacuate.
We might pack up early today and maybe head out early in the morning.
We're concerned of the heavy rain that's going to come tomorrow, and we're just going to keep an eye on it, see if we're going to stay or go.
If we do get a lot of rain in a short period of time, many of the streets here in Ocean City do tend to flood, so that is a major concern. Power outages also another problem. Officials have been talking to other jurisdictions to bring in extra crews just in case we lose some power here at the beach. A beach that has already experienced a lot of weather-related issues, including the flooding and even a tornado confirmed last month. In Ocean City, John Gonzalez, back to you inside.
Well, let's get a check of the roadways. A lot of people may be heading out of town for this holiday weekend. Jamie, how's it looking out there?
You know, we are going to update you if you are trying to cross the Bay Bridge and maybe heading to the beach, although Eileen has said it's not going to be a great weekend for it. But if you are, we're going to update that for you. Let's start off a little bit closer to home in the D.C. area, slowing northbound 3rd Street tunnels. You get closer towards New York Avenue, you get a little bit of a break as you continue outbound. So far, Kenilworth Avenue, both directions, seeing some volume. But the big picture look, you really see it is doing very, very well right now, mostly in the green around the Capitol Beltway and even heading outbound on 66. We are completely clear heading inbound. 10 minutes it'll take you from the Fairfax County Parkway closer towards the Beltway, which is very typical, especially in the afternoon like this. We do have a disabled over to the side. Had a couple crashes about an hour ago. Nothing right now that is slowing you down or affecting that afternoon commute. And if you are going to be heading to the beach, here's a look just before you get to the toll plaza across the Bay Bridge. We look great. Everyone moving very well and no delays. That's a look at traffic. Jumi, back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you. And we want to remind you that ABC 7 is your weather authority all hurricane season long. Our Storm Watch weather team is working around the clock and through this Labor Day weekend to keep you one step ahead of Hermine. Grab our free Storm Watch weather app from your app store and make sure you connect with us on both Facebook and Twitter. We turn to Metro now, and this morning's rush hour proved to be more hassles for some commuters. The Rhode Island Metro station remains shut down because of falling debris, and that's left many people looking for a different way to try to get around. Our Sam Sweeney has details from that station in Northeast D.C.
It's a Friday afternoon, and the gates at the Rhode Island Metro station are locked. The trains aren't stopping, and passengers are told to ride shuttle buses.
Some of them frustrated, and some of them really don't have a problem because, they don't have another choice.
WMATA shut down the station for emergency inspections overnight. Earlier this week, concrete and a metal bracket fell from the ceilings. The station briefly closed Wednesday, then reopened again on Thursday morning. But late Thursday night, even more concrete fell.
Things happen, so it's out of control. The main thing, they're trying to fix it, which is good. So hopefully, they'll get everything straight in a quick time so we can get back to work.
Metro says the station is safe, but out of an abundance of caution, it's having a third-party contractor check the structure from top to bottom.
It's not safe, and I don't think I want to ride.
In the meantime, all commuters using the Rhode Island Metro station will be put on shuttle buses to the Brookland station, where they can board a train. This station closure is not affecting Metro Red Line trains. They are running on schedule. As for the Rhode Island Metro station, WMATA tells us they hope to have it open by Saturday morning. Reporting in Northeast D.C., I'm Sam Sweeney. Back inside you.
Now, along with that disruption, you should be ready for more track work on the rails this weekend. 4 of Metro's 6 lines will be impacted. Shuttle buses will run on the orange and blue lines along some sections of the track. On the Silver Line, trains will only run to Ballston. You'll need to catch a blue or orange train to go any further than that. The Red Line will also run every 6 to 20 minutes, and that's depending on where you are, but you can expect delays across the board. And make sure you double check that train schedule before you head out the door so you don't get caught up in any of those delays. And ABC7 is always on your side, getting you around all those backups on the rail. All you got to do is text the word Metro to the number 43817, and you can get Metro alerts sent straight to your phone. Well, this noon, we are following a developing story out of Laurel, where a man has been charged with first and second degree murder and the death of his own parents. Howard County Police say they found the bodies of Glenn and Linda White last night on the 9500 block of Queens Guard Court. It was a welfare check after they didn't show up to an expected meeting. Their son, 30-year-old Craig White, was arrested last night and charged this morning. To the district now, where police continue to search for the gunman responsible for a deadly shooting just blocks away from Anacostia High School. Officers were called to 16th Street, right near T Street and Good Hope Road in Southeast, around 2:30 yesterday afternoon. They tell us they found a teen suffering from a gunshot wound. The victim was taken to the hospital where he died. Another shooting victim was found. That person is in critical condition. Police believe both were shot during the same incident. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, Brock Turner has been released from prison after serving 3 months for raping an unconscious woman. But this controversy is far from over. We'll explain. And for the first time, basketball star Dwayne Wade is speaking publicly about the shooting death of his cousin, sharing the pain that he's been dealing with. And later on, a 7 on your side consumer alert, why Samsung is pulling one of its newest smartphones off store shelves. And we continue to track Tropical Storm Hermine. The storm is now heading towards South Carolina. In just about 5 minutes, we'll have the latest on the storm's path and what it could have on an impact in our area. That's coming up with Eileen Whalen after the break.
Good morning, Washington, your official back-to-school headquarters.